One thing about me, dawg, that ain't never gonna change. I'm about my money. If it don't make no dollars, I don't make no sense. I don't pay no mind if it don't pay my rent. Money is my main, shawty you the side. Playing with my dollars, no that ain't gon' fly. So get in line, baby girl, get in line. I'm about my grind, yeah, you know I'm about my grind. So get in line, baby girl, get in line. I'm about my grind, yeah, you know I'm about my grind. This little grind of mine, damn right I'ma let shine. Damn right I walk the line, damn right I smoke pine. Now that I'm off papers, since I've been going the streets safer. And that boy Brown became a Laker. He might swim but can't save you. In the streets flexing for bitches, stop disrespecting my missus. Them hoes should be your mistress. I'm a one-way get rich ticket. If it don't make no dollars, I don't make no sense. I'm laundering this money, so you either wash or rinse. Ay, so tell me what it's gon' be, girl. Better be by the bag tryna fuck with me, girl. I done seen shit that these lanes ain't seen, girl. My time really money, so this head ain't free, girl. If it don't make no dollars, I don't make no sense. I don't pay no mind if it don't pay my rent. Money is my main, shawty you the side. Playing with my dollars, no that ain't gon' fly. So get in line, baby girl, get in line. I'm about my grind, yeah, you know I'm about my grind. So get in line, baby girl, get in line. I'm about my grind, yeah, you know I'm about my grind. I try to tell you, try to told you, these here streets get colder. When they find out you got a couple rights, they do anything to expose you. But I could use the exposure. Plus I'm with my killers in Boca. They would love to make you a floater. On some ish shit, snatch your boat up. Hold up, wait a minute. Got my foot on the gas, this a race, I'ma finish. They want me down bad, locked up in prison, but I ain't going back that way. God as my witness, internationally grinding. If it ain't my business, I don't mind it. VP, your 10P, this shit deeper than rhyming. I am on a money clock, so I always got good timing. Hey, you niggas was born to fly, so it ain't a use of you try it. If it don't make no dollars, I don't make no sense. I don't pay no mind if it don't pay my rent. Money is my main, shawty you the side. Playing with my dollars, no that ain't gon' fly. So get in line, baby girl, get in line. I'm about my grind, yeah, you know I'm about my grind. So get in line, baby girl, get in line. I'm about my grind, yeah, you know I'm about my grind.
Thank you for tuning into the No Offense podcast. It's your boy Matt Arrington. You guys know why we here. We got No Sleep in the building. We're going to make sure that we bring her on just now. We just want to say a quick word to the supporters and guys who are tuning in. Just want to let you know that we definitely appreciate your support, your love, letting these artists know that you get behind the music. Make sure that you follow and watch the whole interview through so that you can get that information, how you can follow the artists, support them, let you know that you believe in the dream as well. But without further ado, let me go ahead and bring you No Sleep.
Get no sleep. Thanks to everybody who's already tuned in, and to everybody who is going to tune in and even watch this once we're no longer live.
For sure, man. I just want to say, man, I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for you. So I definitely appreciate you taking your time out of your schedule, out of your day, and sitting down with us, giving us opportunity to get to know you, your music, your inspirations, your motivations. It's just truly a blessing, for sure. But
1 second. Can you hear me?
Yep. You're all good.
Shoot, hold on. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
No problem.
Sorry, I had, for some reason, the sound got messed up here.
Hey, it's no problem. As a matter of fact, that gives me an opportunity to make sure I put my phone on vibrate and silent. Yeah, but you know it's Newton's law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Especially with electronics. For
Very.
sure. So let me ask, how long have you been in the music game?
Whew, that is a good question. Well, I started out. I've been involved in music since I was a child. When I was 6, I wrote my first poem. When I was same age, I played the violin. I've been in a band. I played the drums, the tuba. Started rapping when I was 12. I've been singing my whole life. But as far as, when I decided to take that step and actually be like, okay, I want to record something, I want to see where this goes. I was 17 and I was living in New York, and first place I recorded was my brother's home studio. And at the time, I was just like recording. I wasn't really taking it seriously. But when I came back down here to Florida, I decided to start doing shows. I did my first show when I was like 18. I opened up for Tom G. Shout out to Tom G. He's definitely a pillar in the community in Tampa for music. And when I really started taking it seriously, I'd say it was about my mid 20s when I started like going around Central Florida and doing shows, sold merch. I've gotten paid show opportunities. I've done that. I've monetized my craft. It's just not to the point where, of course, you're a millionaire, because with certain things, um, for women, us women, what they want to see you naked with your ass out and all that. And the first stud to really make it out there was Young and May. So there's still opportunities for LGBT artists to come up. It's a little harder for us.
For sure, man. But you had the unique opportunity, like you said, to pave a way, and that I feel like is a blessing. Especially, let me bring it up that was actually who you heard in the beginning, when the music was playing. That was No Sleep. That was My Grind. So I know y'all feeling that. Make sure that y'all pick that up. How is that? How is that available? Is that available on all streaming platforms, or how can they pick that up?
Yes, it's on all streaming platforms. You can get it on Spotify, Pandora. You could cop it on iTunes. It's everywhere.
For sure, for sure. And so I know you said you've been writing for a while. That means I guess that would mean that you have an extensive library. Is that also available where we can pick that up?
I mean, I got stuff all over the place. I mean, I have my own YouTube channel. The video that I sent you, that was actually on my label's YouTube channel. But I have my own YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/official no sleep. You can see my stuff there. And if you want to see my really old stuff, you could go to SoundCloud, and I believe it's official no sleep on there as well.
For sure, for sure. Well, you guys, you heard that. You make sure that after the interview, because we've got some music video for you today. We've also got another song, at the end. To make sure that you definitely tune in, lock in, so like, subscribe. Let them know that you're definitely in the building, that you're rocking with it, man. That's for sure. So,
And also, I don't mean to interrupt there. I also have a mixtape on that Piff called Still Crack that you can look for, and it's free. It's I believe it has 12 to 14 songs on there. DJ Slick hosted it. Shout out to DJ Slick and then them DJs.
For sure, for sure. Well, y'all heard that Dat Piff. If it's on Dat Piff, it's Dat Piff. Boy, you need to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So let me ask. A lot of us, we start off liking music, but when was the official term that you went from bobbing your head to what, I can do this? You know what I'm saying? When would you say you think about kicked into serious gear?
When I first got a passion for rapping, I was 12 years old. I remember this shit vividly. Back in the day, you remember 50 Cent's first album, Get Rich or Die Trying.
For
So I
sure.
was a real big 50 fan, and him and Eminem came out with a diss towards Murder Inc. And they did it to the Hail Mary beat of Tupac, and it was just that beat and that diss right there that got me like, man, I enjoy hearing it, and I want to talk like this. I want to fucking rap like this. I want to, if I beef with a nigga, I want to beef with a nigga through rap. So I just fell in love with the craft of battle rap and just hip hop in general.
For sure, for sure. Okay. All right. Now, have you participated in battle rap? I have to ask because we've had a couple battle rappers on the show. So, is this something that you've actually partaken in as far as part of your career, or were you always more toward what I call the performance based, like just basically not being
Oh,
in battle rap arena?
I was in my earlier years. That was something I was passionate about. But things change, and the more that I learn about the performing arts portion of it, the more that's what I wanted to do. And I actually had somebody. I went through an artist development program, and I had somebody help me create hooks because I never knew how to make a hook. All I did was rap throughout the whole beat because that's what you do in battle rap. And they're like, if you really want to take your career to the next level, then this is what you need to do. And they taught me how to make hooks and everything like that. And ever since then, that's just been my focus is actually putting out, singles and working on actual EPs and projects, things like that, that you can monetize, as well as performing, um, and not just little rinky dink clubs and you know how motherfuckers they be charging artists just to perform. I'm talking about let's put our money together and let's make money off of a club event. Like I've done that with Queso. We made some money off his Labor Day event. I don't know if you've heard about it. We were trying to do more, but with this coronavirus shit, you already know how that
Man,
goes.
it took the world by storm. I understand that. Yes, ma'am. All right. So, also while we're doing the interview, man, I like to let you know you got love in the building. You definitely got Laura Moran Mora saying 100% all flames. You definitely a spitter. You got Miles Alexa saying yo. You know what I'm saying? Hollering at you, letting you know that in the building. I feel like support goes a long way. So as it pops up, man, I definitely what I'm saying. If I get a chance to tell them, I'll let you know what's coming up in the chat for you. Okay.
Oh yeah, what's up, fam? Beezy, much love, man. You already know that's my label mate. And what was Shorty's name again?
Laura Moran Mora.
Laura. Oh man, I gotta go look at her page. But appreciate the love. If I don't already have you on Facebook, I'm gonna go add you because I'm not very good with names.
Hey, the great. You got too much to go on. I mean, you got too much going on. You got rounds to remember. You know what I'm saying? It's just nature of the beast. So I ain't mad at you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she understand, for sure. So, as far as I was gonna ask, how much time do you get to actually dedicate to your craft? How do you particularly work your craft? Do you write it a lot? Do you find yourself writing a lot, or do you hit the studio when you get a certain urge to I got some fire right now, I need to put this down? Or how do you what I'm saying, manage to keep at your craft? What works best for you as far as session time, I guess?
So session time, what I do, um, me personally, and this is something that I just started doing before. I would just, as soon as I get some money, I'm gonna get this beat and I'm just rap on it. I don't care if it's mine or not. I don't care if I own it or not. And I used to just whatever go like that. But now that I'm older, I pretty much structure everything. What I've been doing, I have a few songs. They're just part of the EP that I have, and I'm recording them little by little. Whenever I get the money, I put it to the side and I call my engineer. I schedule it and I record the songs. This past week, I did a photo shoot for my single that I'm about to drop pretty soon here. It's an EDM vibe. I'm kind of switching genres. We'll discuss that a little bit later. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll do my photo shoot. I'll save up the money for my video shoot, and I'll secure the models if I need models, the location if I need a location, and it's just a build up process. But as long as I'm staying active and I'm doing one thing at a time, and even if it's little by little, I do what I have to do. Even if it's as simple as, okay, I don't want this beat, but I know I gotta pay for it. Let me just put money towards getting this beat done.
For sure, for sure. Big things start off with small things. A lot of people get discouraged when they look at something monumental and they say, "Man, I'll never be able to make that happen." But the fact that you already figured out how to make that happen, even if it's small building blocks or taking small baby steps, eventually you reach your goal, and that's the most important thing. So I definitely fulfill you there, and shout out to you for doing that. You know,
Appreciate it.
um,
It's not easy, man. It takes a little time. Sometimes you have to get your head out your ass because I've been through that point in my life where I go through a depression period where I don't want to do shit and I just don't believe in myself. But it's those times that give you that foot in your ass. Like, of course you can't believe in yourself if you're putting yourself down and you're not doing nothing to succeed. You have to give yourself them self talks to stay motivated.
Man, that's you hit it right on the head there, man. We talk about we've talked about previously on the show how energy is contagious. When when an artist comes on stage and they believe in themselves, the crowd has no choice but to believe in themselves, because the artist, you can just feel that energy radiating off of them. You know what I'm saying? That they're confident, they know what they're doing, they're where they want to be. The spotlight is on them, and they know it and they own it. And that's so much different from like when others, when somebody who doesn't have that confidence, like you said at the time, like when you're going through a phase and you're trying to do things, people can feel that energy, like as well as when you're unsure, or where you don't know where you are as far as either in your career or in life. So definitely you spoke on some good things. The fact that you said, you take that time to make sure you're right, and then you proceed with the next move, because that all matters in your career, as far as how you present yourself, as far as how people receive you. You know what I'm saying? And definitely that energy that you brought in the first song, My Grind. Listen, if you wasn't vibing to that, I don't know what's wrong with your ears, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's real. So it's like, if you wasn't vibing that, I don't know who messed up your day, but maybe you should lay down and try that shit again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And get up and listen to the same song and get up and hit your grind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real. That's real. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate you for putting your life. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do this as well, because this is a lifestyle choice. This is something that you're pursuing. This is something that you're doing in real life, not something that people pick up and put down. So it's all hats off to everything that you go through. You know what I'm saying? And giving that to us in the music, and giving us music that we can relate to vicariously through your music. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got to give you thanks as well. Let me ask, on those days, like you said, when you have those depressing days, or when you have those days where you maybe you partied the night before too much and you get up and you don't feel like hitting the studio, or maybe you get some bad news, what is your motivation? What pulls you out of those dark places to get up and do what you need to do as far as music?
Good question, man. I'm very self-help. I'm very self-conscious. Well, not self-conscious, but conscious of the things that I say to myself. I have two apps that I use. One is a motivation app, and it sends you quotes, like quotes to keep you motivated. You can choose. You can choose what kind of motivation you want, and use that. And I also use the affirmation app, and it sends you once an hour. It sends you a quote or I am to say to yourself. And I say those things to myself. I also meditate. I meditate as often as possible. It's really good for you. A lot of people, they don't know how to silence their minds, but if you just take that time, go on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. Do a guided meditation. Learn how to meditate. I read books. I keep myself educated. And sometimes you just have to take a step back and walk away just for a little bit from the music. If you feel like there's too much noise, or there's something missing from yourself, from your music, take that step back. And that's what I did for a long time. When I was on probation, I was going through my shit. I didn't deal with the music for a while. I took that time to get myself right, because I know, okay, I'm a fucking artist, and I'm gonna be out here doing shows. I'm gonna be around people commit crimes, and that's a part of the deal in your probation. If they catch you in one of these places, you VOP. So I kept myself away from all of that, and in that time frame with keeping myself away, I discovered something new about myself, and that was that, yes, I love hip hop, I always will, but EDM is the new path that I'm gonna take.
For sure, for sure. Well, the determination that you have, I definitely feel like you can conquer anything you put your mind to. All you got to do is take that step, one step at a time. We got some more love in the chat here. Kevin Laterio saying, no sleep. Definitely one of the dopest in the game. So that's a shout out to you. And thanks, Kevin. I see what you wrote for me, man. I appreciate that. But like I say it all, man, it's all respect to the artists here, my man. I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for them. Back to No Sleep as well. Again, I feel like you hit on some very important things as far as the meditation, man. Reflection and enlightenment. Those are two of the best things that you could ever do with your life. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you said that, if you ain't feeling it at the time, you don't force it, because that's not genuine. That's not authentic. That's not what you want to present. So instead of just putting that on the track, you'll step back. That is so much wisdom just in itself, because the final product is going to reflect that as well. You know what I'm saying? So reflection, definitely taking a step back, say, hey, man, this is not where I want to be. And that enlightenment as far as meditation, man, that's powerful. You know what I'm saying? That's powerful. You definitely on some good energy, some good vibes right there. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm starting to see how why your music got such a good vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? For real. All right, so.
Oh, and what's up, Queso, man? I see the love, bro. That's the manager. That's the partner. Everything, man.
For sure. Shout out to Queso, man, and Trey Mafia, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially, yes, I can see it. I see it. Let me ask, what you know now? You know what I'm saying? Because you've had the time to grow from when you first started. Well, what you know now, if you could, jump on that legendary time machine and tell yourself in the beginning, here's some knowledge that I've learned. Is there anything that you would drop yourself and tell yourself back then about what you know now, as far as to either save you some time or to change a different direction? Or what are some things that you can basically tell an aspiring artist to kind of save them some time, if you get what I'm saying?
I would tell them, follow Rap Coalition. That's Wendy Day, and everything that she posts, that's her Instagram handle, is Rap Coalition. You can find her on Facebook too, Wendy Day. That's the woman. She helped not only Cash Money, but she also helped Eminem reach the level of success that they reached. And everything, she has a book. It's called How to Get a Deal or something like that. Pick up that book, learn how to copyright your shit, learn how to monetize your shit. Don't be out here paying these promoters to perform. If you want to pay to perform, you might as well pay to create your own fucking event and get a profit.
That's real. That's one thing I couldn't. I've always had an issue with the pay to perform thing, because let's face it, you're an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you're entertaining a crowd in somebody else's venue, then aren't you doing them a favor? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's just, when you think about it, that's got to be like one of the biggest mind fucks ever. Like, I want you to pay me to come on my stage to perform to people. That's crazy. I've never quite understood that, but that's why I'm not in that business. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying maybe it doesn't make sense to somebody. It just didn't click to me. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't make sense to me. But we were able to talk before, and I asked you about, we have the ability to play music videos here, and you did recommend a certain video. You mind if I go ahead and put that on and show the audience and give them a taste of what you guys do as far as Trey Mafia?
Oh yeah, no, man, go ahead, show the squad.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. This is gonna be effing. You guys stick around. We're gonna be right back right after the music video, so don't go nowhere. Enjoy the video.
Miller Boys, yeah.
I'm on heaven, baby, yeah. I'm on heaven, baby, yeah. I'm on that effing now, about to teach this girl a lesson. I'm on that effing, about to hit the bed, apply some pressure. I'm on that effing, babe. 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 I'm on that effing now, about to teach this girl a lesson. I'm on that effing, about to hit the bed, apply some pressure. I'm on that effing, babe. 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 I'm on that effing, sipping heavy. This ain't like this. Take it, girl, quick, feeling like I'm sipping nitrous. Cause when them bottles get to poppin', girls get to flocking. Come with me, the panty dropping, baby, ain't no other option. I like the real bad ones who friends who all in college, but can still turn around and flip it if you need a profit. But for now, take a shot at this. Don't ask questions, do something you might regret and blame it on it.
By the time we arrive, we already so high. You on the side, we so live, we ain't never gonna die. We type 5, supplying 5, so you know it's gonna slide. We're drinking apples, 5, I ain't snorting no lies. She be a mud, effing crime, how I'm banging these dimes. I'm in my prime. She get that rookie itch out your mind, I'm finna die. Now watch you put this stick on your life like it's a surprise. Now go on, hop that ass in the ride, girl, that's some fire.
I'm on that effing now, about to teach this girl a lesson. I'm on that effing, about to hit the bed, apply some pressure. I'm on that effing, babe. 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 I'm on that effing now, about to teach this girl a lesson. I'm on that effing, about to hit the bed, apply some pressure. I'm on that effing, babe. I'm on that effing, babe. I'm on that effing, babe. I'm on that effing, babe.
Cup full of effing, I don't drink no puffy juice. Got my train girls around and they all getting loose. Life for the party like Johnny Manziel. Making calling all the plays like my name is Odell. Got the money and the power, damn, I feel like 50. Got my little shorty with me, she the baddest in the city. With a body like Nicki, getting famous for the gram. Finna make a movie, now listen to my
She
crown.
wanna more, she said she wanna sip. I told her, girl, it's strong, I put it to her lip. I told her she ain't ready, her hands was on her hips. I said I'm on that effing, she swallowed every drip, drip. I'm on that effing now, prostitution's girl, listen. I'm on that effing body, you can better apply some pressure. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe. I'm on that effing now, prostitution's girl, listen. I'm on that effing body, you can better apply some pressure. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing
I've been
babe.
sipping on that effing, so I'm about to get loose. Say she got a friend, I'ma need by two. Rolling on by two, we been going since by two. When we sipping on that effing, ain't no telling what we might do. Huh? Apply that pressure, I'ma bust a bite. But I'm her plumber, I'm just laying all the right pipe. Nino Azark, hottest girl about to flood tonight. Class in session, take some notes, I'ma
She
get
asking me
you
what
right.
I'm on. She screaming she wanna sip. I'm telling the girl it's strong. Got Africa Jabba across her lip. I'm telling her she ain't ready. She say I'm petty, her hands on her hip. I said I'm only your effing without even guessing. She swallowed the drip. Splash, throw some cash. Move out that ass. 500 round Draco, I'm freaking bad. Remember when I was the one on my last? And now I got 200K in the stage. She move automatic, her booty dramatic. Her fucking wet to the cycle, my addict. Her drop that effing, you don't want no static. I'm counting with money machines in the attic.
I'm on that effing now, prostitution's girl, listen. I'm on that effing body, you can better apply some pressure. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe. I'm on that effing now, prostitution's girl, listen. I'm on that effing body, you can better apply some pressure. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe. I'm on that effing babe, I'm on that effing babe.
All right, y'all. That was FM by Trey Mafia, man. I definitely want to let you know you got some more love, and it's from the Trey Mafia crew in here. You got Miles Alexis say, "Hey," Kevin Latil say, "That's that cram."
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Kevin said hashtag Trey Mafia. That video was shot by J&A Studios, produced by the Miller Boys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if y'all want to show, if you want to see that video again, you got two choices. You can either watch this back, you can go to YouTube and show the love where it's at. It's on there as well. So let them know, run them views up. Let them know, you know, you definitely rocking with the boys, man. Be expecting nothing but gratefulness when it come out of that area. It got Trey Mafia stamped on it for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
Hell yeah. And shout out to J&A Studios and the Miller Boys. I fucks with y'all.
for sure. I fuck with whoever got the models. I wasn't gonna say that, but you know, you gotta keep it 100. Well, hey, well, I just seen some things.
Listen, that's all Queso, man. I don't know how much you know about Queso, but he's the man with the plan when it comes to the women.
Well,
He can get women in videos like you wouldn't believe, and they majority of them is fine.
Queso got the sauce, man. I hear you, man. Hey, man, I need to holler at you, bros, man. I need to get me a can of that. Whatever you got, bro, I need that. Well, that thing was that. But listen, I done fucked up my whole interview. I gotta find what question I'm on, boy. That's crazy. This shit, wow. All right. Hey, all right. So, let me ask, who were some of the people that you might have listened to growing up, you know, that helped inspire you as far as moving into the craft?
So, there's a lot of them, but I can give you a top 5. And you already know Tupac gotta be on that motherfucker. Gotta give it up to the Fugees. Who else? I'm gonna throw in the R&B in there. I fuck with Aaliyah. Aaliyah was an inspiration of mine.
For sure.
R.I.P. She was songstress. Shit, I even like Beyonce. Beyonce, boy, I had Beyonce on my wall, bitch. Before I even knew what gay was, I had her on my wall. 13.
Hey. Boy, Beyonce make a grown man stop and run a car right to a tree, boy. It's crazy, boy.
Oh,
Hova no.
and I gotta throw a white boy in there, Eminem.
Oh, for sure. When you speak Spanish, man, you gotta be sure to mention Eminem. I could definitely feel that. I feel that. Okay, so let me ask, and it wouldn't be a no offense interview if I didn't ask this question. You can answer it completely how you want to. There's no limit to who's on the phone. You'll understand what I'm talking about when we get to the question. This is what we call a no offense banger. Let's say you wake up tomorrow. the phone rings. It's the best call of your career. Not just where you've been, not just where you started, not just where you're going, but your whole entire career. Tell me who is on the phone and how that conversation goes.
Damn, that's a good question. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with somebody from. I gotta say, I don't know if you're into EDM or you're into festivals, but the Insomniac team, they help run like the biggest music festivals in the world. So Insomniac gotta be on the other line, and they gotta be telling me, I'm booking you for a year-long tour.
Whew. Listen, you know what? That fits perfectly. The Insomniac tour with No Sleep. That sounds like that's supposed to go together. You know what I'm saying? That, if that ain't vision goals, if that ain't you know, career goals, I don't know what it is. Hashtag, you know what I'm saying? That,
Yeah.
for real. So let's talk about that. I know you said you're switching lanes as far as getting into the EDM, that electronic dance music. You know what I'm saying? How you what made you decide to take it there, and how far and what's the vision as far as you changing the game? What do you think you can bring to the game?
Well, I tell you, it started back in 2017, but like I said, I had to take a hiatus because I was going through that legal shit with you know, feds and all that. But once the first time that I really realized, damn, this crowd is the shit, and I'm interested in learning more about it, I went to a show at the Ritz. It was packed, and I met so many people that I never met in my life. And they showed me so much love, and we took pictures together. It was like 50 of us in a picture. And I know you've been in hip hop shows. We all been in hip hop shows. You go to a hip hop show, it's not really love like that. A lot of people grilling each other. A lot of people beefing with each other. I want to be the hottest one in the room. I want to be the hottest nigga in the room and shit like that. It just to come from experiences like that where there's a lot of hate in the air, and just to go into an EDM vibe and feel all the love. It's like, damn, I'm interested in this. And then the next year, following year, my sister, she asked me, hey, you want to come to this music festival? It's called Sunset. I'm like, man, I ain't got no money for that shit, because if you know about festivals ain't cheap to go to. So my girlfriend at the time, we had just she's still my girlfriend, but when we first got together, she's like, I got a surprise for you, because she heard my sister talk about it. And she's like, I bought you tickets for the festival. Like, shit, hell yeah, that's $100. I ain't got to worry about spending. So I went to the festival, and it was more love, man. It was over 75,000 people in one place. Nobody's fighting. Everybody's love. Everybody's hugging each other. Everybody's taking pictures with each other. Oh, your outfit fire. It's just such a positive vibe. And I'm like, man, and even when you listen to the music, if I put on EDM music when I'm in a bad mood, I'm getting my ass up and I'm getting motivated and I'm doing shit. Cleaning the house, or I'm writing music, whatever I feel like doing. And just knowing that kind of music fuels me and gets me to be positive when I'm in a bad mood. I have to write music like this. I have to make people feel how I feel when I hear this shit. So I finally recorded my first EDM song. It hasn't been released yet because I want the release to be like the most structured release I've ever had, because it's something that I'm so serious about. And when recording with my engineer, his name's Brian Tyson. Shout out to Brian Tyson, Deep Productions. He has platinum plaques on his wall. He has plaques from DJ Khaled, Plies, Neo. He's just, he's the man. So for him to tell me when he hears my song, man, you really got something here. And he's worked with these superstars. I'm like, man, I do. And to have that chemistry and have somebody tell me they believe in me and know I can go to the next level with my music, that was it for me. I was like, man, I'm gonna incorporate. It's not gonna be completely 100% EDM. It's gonna have a hip hop vibe to it, but for the most part, you're gonna hear that and the creative sounds and the interesting shit.
Man, one thing again, I was talking about how the energy is contagious. The way your face lit up when you were describing, just what it's gonna do and the joy it brings to your life, and how you can't wait to transfer that to others. I am excited to hear what you're bringing, because like you said, again, you hit it right on the head. When you go to hip hop concerts, you know what I'm saying, unless your eyes is right on the stage, if you turn left or you right, somebody mugging at you. If you could be, you know what I'm saying, they can't be outdone. For something that stemmed out of people being oppressed and wanting to express themselves, there's a lot of hate at these concerts. You know what I'm saying? So when you said, just like you said at EDM, the opposite. When you go to an EDM concert, you're right. It's nothing but love, man. These people don't, you know what I'm saying? When the crowd, and I've actually seen it, the whole crowd is moving to a beat. You know what I'm saying? Just up and down, and when they're bouncing, dude, it is nothing but excitement and love, and the fact that it's almost like a pleasure that people get from seeing other people happy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different vibe. And you're right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a musician of different types where I listen to different kinds of music. I can honestly say the one piece of music that I probably don't play as much often as anything else is country music. You know what I'm saying? That's because to me, every country song got a dog died, somebody ran off with a truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kicking it 100. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear EDM, like you said, it makes you gonna get. It has a contagious beat to it. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to get up. It makes you want to do something. And the one thing that you don't want to do is turn it off. You know what I'm saying? It just gets you actually moving. It gets your joints moving. So yeah, man, I'm definitely excited to hear, you know, that you are moving into a different avenue, and can't wait to see what that avenue contains for you as far as music. And I'm sure you'll revolutionize the game like you've done as far as with your craft here. When do you know when we might, around what time we might, you know, can expect to hear that track from you? Have you thought of an actual date just yet, or you're still working on getting everything together as far as that aspect?
So I haven't gotten an actual date, but I'm gonna be open right now, man. I'm gonna be real open. I have PTSD, and I have a therapist, and I talked to my therapist early this week, and he said, I want to give you a task. I want you to make a 3-month, a 6-month, a 1 year, and a 3-year plan. And that 3-month plan is having this song ready to go, having it copyrighted on all platforms, have the model secured, the video done, and everything. 3 months. 3 months from, what was it? Last Friday. So that was, what was that? The 3rd or the 4th? So I say,
That was
yeah, so 3 months from the 5th. So by September 5th, but it could happen sooner because I already have, you know, money in place for that. But that's the plan.
Man, like I always say, man, we're all about support and love here. So when you do release it, when you do decide you're ready for the world to hear it, please make sure you tag me or get it to me some kind of way, and I will share it. We will share that thing till our fingers break. If you go look at any of our videos, you'll see we've got an awesome staff. Shout out to my wife. You know what I'm saying? It's a two-man crew. It's a two-man crew around here. You know what I'm saying? She be sharing. I don't even know how she be sharing so much. Sometimes I see stuff, I'm like, God damn, lady, I thought you said you love me. You know what I'm saying? But she be sharing and sharing and sharing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to make sure that we help. You got some more love coming through the chat. Cheryl Clyde Wood says you're extremely talented young lady, for sure.
Thank you, Cheryl. Love you. Mwah. I see you soon.
For sure. So yeah, man, I'm just excited. You know what I'm saying? I'd be willing, especially from what I've heard as far as your lyrics and as far as you ride, you know, a beat, man. I would love to hear as far as what's coming next in the EDM. Even if you're the only EDM artist I listen to, you know what I'm saying? I just love the energies. I just love the fact that you, like you said, you're on that positive vibe. I'm a big energy person. You know what I'm saying? If I feel bad energy, I don't want to be around you. But from just from seeing how, you know, you interact, and I'm telling you, when you go back and watch the video, and you get back to that last question, you're gonna see you had a smile, you had an energy big enough to light a light bulb, and I'm talking about a blown light bulb. You know what I'm saying? You was there when you was like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was like, I'm glad he got to this question. You know what I'm saying? You was there. So if you put that same energy into that song, man, into your career as far as that EDM, man, you're headed straight for the top, man. Like when you at the fair and you hit that thing with the hammer. You know what I'm saying? That thing shoot straight up. That's you. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep going. I know you said you got that that PTSD going. Listen, we all go through some things. I don't necessarily know what your story is. If you like to talk about it, you can. But if not, it is personal. No problem. But I just here to say, listen,
Oh no.
you've got with your music and the way that you just lit up the room. You've got great things coming to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be all right. So we definitely, yeah, man. We appreciate you for doing what you do, man, and definitely for sharing your gift with us. Let me ask here. At this point, because you are so established, at this point, because you have monetized your brand, because you are a known brand, are you open to doing features or collabs with upcoming artists? And if so, and if you're not, that's completely fine too, because people have to work on their craft. But if so, what do they need to have in hand when they approach No Sleep for you to understand that this is a serious endeavor and not just something that somebody's doing for a hobby or something that's going to sit in the closet? What do they need to have in hand to know that for you to know that it's worth your time?
They need to have in hand an original beat, because I may do my Jack beats here and there, but I would never do a Jack beat with a feature. Jack beats is strictly for promotional purposes. So have you a real deal beat in hand. If you have a smaller following than me, have some money. You know what I'm saying? And that's negotiable. So I'm not gonna say a price on here. But definitely have some money. Unless you have a bigger brand than me. If you have a bigger brand than me, then we could work something out along the lines for that. And be serious. Be ready to copyright it. Be ready to do a split sheet. Like real deal, professional. We've got paperwork. Sign this. Be ready.
For sure. So definitely be about your issue, and that's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? For somebody who, the reason why I asked that question is I'm sure there's somebody who hears the track and like, man, I got to get her on the track, or man, I would love to work with him. Well, we try to give you as much information as possible. If you get the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, that you take full advantage of it, so you don't show up and that person says, hey, you know what, I really would work with you, but just depending on how you presented yourself, and first impressions are lasting impressions. I shouldn't say they're last impressions, but they are lasting impressions. I just can't work with you because some made me feel wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even how you presented yourself, it makes me feel like you got something iffy going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. This is what we asked that. These next couple questions, we call them the kickback on the couch questions. We've gotten to know you so far as an artist and through your music, but these are going to be more like personal questions. Not like nothing too personal. More like what are your favorite movies and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So everybody doesn't get your time where they can sit back and chill with you on the couch. So these are mostly for your fans and for people who fall in love with you on the interview. These are some things, some fun facts they get to know and find out about you, because they won't, like I said, they don't get to contact you out the blue like, hey, No Sleep, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? Can we play soccer later? Or you know what I'm saying? so these are those kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? First for one, let's start off with one. What are your top 5 favorite movies? Are you a movie watcher or are you a show watcher?
Oof. As of lately, I'm a show watcher.
Okay. So what are those top 5 shows that if they come in on cable and you got nothing else to do, best believe they on TV?
Oh, listen. Good Girls. If you've never seen Good Girls, that is my shit. I cannot wait till they come out with season 4. So there's Good Girls. There is. I like superheroes too. I'm a little bit of a geek. The Flash is one of my favorites too. Let's see what else here. And all for my lesbians out there, I don't know how many of y'all are watching this, but the L Word. But they just came out with Generation Q. That was last year. So if you like the old L Word, go ahead and watch that Generation Q. What else? Got me there. What is the name? Oh man, there was one on Netflix. It was like a horror type thing. They had one season of that shit. I forgot the name of it though.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about.
It's gonna fuck with me. The Haunting of Hill House.
There it is. Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a really good one, and I heard they coming out with another season. And the last one. Oof. The last one. I'm actually watching a bunch of shit right now, so forgive me. I'm a little fuzzy.
It's all good.
what? I'm gonna have to say one of the what's that hip hop show? Is it Rhythm and Flow?
Yeah, with Cardi B and
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I like it because there. I don't think there's ever been a hip hop show like that just gives a platform for artists, and they were very diverse. They had two studs on there, even though none of them won. It was very fair. They didn't base it off of you know just random people. The person that they picked to win was actually very, very extremely talented, and he was a hip hop artist. The bilingual one,
Hmm.
D Smooth. I think it was very fair how they did that show.
I gonna say his name because I don't want to ruin it for y'all. But if y'all ain't seen it, boy, I don't know what you're doing. For real, for real. Yeah, I like the way they put that together too. But hey, I'm with you. The one who won, I felt like overall he should have won. You know what I'm saying? You got to a point in the season where you was like, yeah, man, I got my favorites, and he was definitely gonna be in your favorites. You know, he was gonna make it far, and the fact that he did pull it out, you know what I'm saying, and win, you didn't even feel bad. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, okay, yeah, I bet that, yeah, I can see that. Bro, look like he can go far. So yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. I love the way they put that show together for sure. I'm not sure if they're on the second season or not yet. I only saw the season 1, but I'm hoping they bring more to it because I thought it was well put together. I know they spent a lot of money. Cause it was a lot of big faces. There was a lot of big faces on that show. You know what I'm saying? As far as production, as far as how they did everything. But I like the fact that they touched on every aspect of hip hop, including the freestyle challenges. And then I like the way that New York ate that. I can't talk about it. I'm about to give y'all the show. I can't even talk about
Watch
it.
the show, man.
Yeah, man. They got some free promo out your boy. I'm gonna have to holler at them about that. Down. All right, so let me ask. What's something you can't go a day without doing?
Smoking weed.
I ain't even mad. I believe that is the general consensus answer to that question, man. I think there's maybe been 1 or 2 times that wasn't the answer. We done did about 60 interviews. It's I completely understand. We are in that time where you gotta have something to ease your mind. I get it. Okay. So, what's one of the greatest struggles you've had to overcome, and what did it teach you?
Man. One of the greatest struggles that I had to overcome. To be honest, man, it was probably this ongoing situation with my mental health. Um, I went through a period. I'm to just tell you how I got the PTSD. I was working for a company. We're not allowed to say the client's name, so I won't say the name. And I do have an ongoing lawsuit right now because of it. And we just saw like horrendous things. Anything that you would see on the internet as far as the black web, dark web goes, beheadings, kids getting molested, things like that. We would have to watch that, and we would have to take it down off the internet. And it would pop right back up because people, they download shit, they screen record shit, and it would just pop right back up, and you just see the shit over and over and over. People committing suicide just over and over and over. They tell you, oh yeah, we're helping people. You ain't helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still continuously have to put that in our face. We're having to deal with it and being traumatized by it. And it was trouble. It was very troubling. I used to be very petite. I gained almost 100 pounds. Going through a big old depression. I was down on myself. It was a whole lot of things, and getting through that, it was the hardest thing of my life. But it taught me that if I can get through this shit, I can get through anything.
Amen.
If I can get through this job, and they broke me down, man. I I was making good money, and when everything happened, when shit popped off and people started having lawsuits against them, they shut shit down because they was like, oh man, they about to make us broke and bankrupt with all these lawsuits.
For sure.
But once I moved on from that, I started working for a company that actually gives a shit about people, and seeing that and walking into that is like, I'm not, I'm just like everybody else. I work a fucking job. I have to keep food on the table. But this is what's fueling me. This is what's taking care of me financially. And the way they run their company, the way they care about people, that's how I want to run my company. no matter what it be. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a label, whether it be throwing my own festivals, which is something that I eventually want to do in the future. I want to make sure my employees never have to feel traumatized. They always can. They always are gonna feel like they can come to me for anything, for any problem, and not feel judged or what do you call that shit? Not have any favoritism.
Wow, man. I definitely thank you for sharing as far as that, and as far as what you're going through, and I definitely see you coming through on the other side of the tunnel. I know it sounds like it was dark going into the tunnel, and the things that you were subjected to, I can only imagine. People who might sympathize with you, or people such as who work dispatch, or alarm dispatch, where like I used to. I've actually heard people screaming while people were breaking in their houses. So the things that you I can only imagine that you had to witness, especially pulling bad things off the internet. We all know the internet's a dark place. You know what I'm saying? But for you to be working in the darkest of the internet, I can only imagine the things that you've seen. I've gotten crazy shit to my cell phone. So to think about the crazy stuff that you've seen, you know what I'm saying? I'll definitely pray for you, and I definitely, any kind of way that we can help help you through the situation, just let us know. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a support, even if that's, if you want to call and talk or whatever you might be going through, you know what I'm saying? You got my number, you got my contact information. I don't give a damn what time it is. If you just need somebody to talk to, just holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely understand that you're gonna come through this. You're gonna come through this, and it's gonna be one thing that's gonna be behind you. And this is just something I'm trying to hand to you from the greatness that you're becoming. It's just a stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stepping stone. And when you get where you're going, this is just gonna be nothing but a memory. And the reason why you went through it is because you got enough heart to care to do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's real. So this situation that you're going through, maybe it needed somebody like you in order to tear it down at its core. Because there's been people that have done it. You know what I'm saying? Who may not have felt with the emotion that you felt, but they also wouldn't make a change in this world as far as making sure that it doesn't exist anymore either. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for doing your thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
That's real.
And it's just one step at a time, man. Like everybody has their days. I have my days where I don't feel like doing shit. Like yesterday, I took some paid time off. Sometimes you got to do that for yourself, and that's another thing that I took away from the situation is I was running myself into the ground. I was going so long without vacation time and just driving myself crazy. And now, fuck that. The minute I see I got PTO, take it off,
Right.
bitch. Give me that day off.
Right? You said it's paid. I thought it was a whole person standing in front of me. Ain't nothing but smoke. Oh, crazy. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I know exactly what you're saying, man, for sure. Do it. Listen, at the end of the day, we got one life to live, and a lot of people forget that. Jobs, for one, will convince you that, and this is something I understand because I've been through it. Jobs will convince you that what you're doing is more important than life. Where the point that you will run yourself and your health, like you'll actually be out, you actually crawling out of bed, you ain't got no strength to even stand on your feet, saying I gotta make it to work. Look at you're killing yourself. You better call them people, they'll be alright. People call out there. I ain't trying to be funny, but listen, I'm not condoning you know what I'm saying, flat out not going to work. I'm not saying that. So don't talk hard to me talking about you got me fired, because I'm gonna tell you, like we said with the sign up here say no offense, I don't give a shit. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep 100, but I'm just saying you gotta use your sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the job is paying you for your health because your health is worth more than the job. They're paying you for your time because your time is worth more than the job. They don't want to do what you're doing. That's why they're paying you to do it. They want to spend their time to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it in perspective. You know what I'm saying? So if you, like you said, take that time for you to be okay, because you can't. I'm not gonna even say his name because I know I'm gonna say it the wrong way. I'm gonna say the wrong person. But there's a famous NFL player, and I believe it was Emmitt Smith who said it. He said, "Look, when I look good, I feel good. When I feel good, I perform well. And when I perform well, they gotta pay me well." You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing about that in the beginning was him. He knew he had to come first. You know what I'm saying? He knew he had to do what he had to do to feel good first. And then when he felt his best, he could give his best. And when he give his best, he knew everything else would follow. You know what I'm saying? So everybody keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these jobs run you down into the ground. You know what I'm saying? Be you first and foremost. And the best thing is when you can do something you love, like how music makes you smile. Man, that's what your music does for everybody else. When the music that you make you smile, it'll do that for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You're delivering a gift. I know I've had you here for about almost an hour. You know what I'm saying? I tend to talk a lot, so I'm not gonna keep you too much. I got
That's all right.
I got 3 more questions, and I'll be able to let you go this evening. Okay?
Oh man, go ahead. I'm enjoying this.
All right.
It's been a while.
All right, for sure. All right, then. Shoot, hey, don't threaten me with a good time. I got a couple more questions for you, then. All right. So, who is your favorite historical figure? This could be anybody who ever walked the earth. This could be anybody from the beginning of the time to somebody on your street. Don't have to be a famous person. Just somebody who made an impact in your life. Who would that be?
I gotta say my mom, man. I know that's probably a cliche answer, but my mom is the strongest woman I've ever known. She's been through a lot, not just with men, but just in life in general. But she's always been that person that, you know, when she had us, if a man was fucking up, it was always us before that man. And to have that kind of honor and to care about your children like that, because a lot of women, even nowadays, they don't do that for their children. They'll put a man first and just not give a shit about the consequence. And not only that, she supported me throughout my whole life with everything. I came out as gay to her. She didn't try to make me feel a type of way. The only thing she cared about was the way I dressed, but after a while she realized ain't shit she could do about the way I dressed. But she's also supported me with my music career. She's never tried to tell me stop doing music, you're not gonna go nowhere with. She just always been so supportive, and I aspired. I hope to one day be half the parent that she was to my kids.
Man, she definitely sounds like she's a heck of a woman. Kevin also said Mama Sleep is a warrior and an amazing woman. So I know, man, with both of y'all, you know what I'm saying, stepping on it, this gotta be true, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mama Sleep, man, for giving the world a gift, for sure. All right, let me ask, what's a food you could not live without? If you had to eat one food, or I'll even give you a
See
dish.
this right here, boy? Don't talk about no food.
Oh, hey, listen, you can't see me right now. So if y'all, whoever have done the interviews, y'all know you can't see me during the interview. A lot of the artists can't. They have to wait till afterwards in order to see me. But when you turn around and see me on this interview, I'm right there with you. You think I'm playing, but if I turn this computer around, I got Popeye sitting on the table right behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not even. Hey, so if you had one food that you could not live without, you know what I'm saying? If you had one food or one dish that you had to eat for the rest of your life, and you had to do it with a smile, what would it be?
I'm gonna just go old school. I'm gonna go southern, real southern with you. It gotta be fried chicken. I could live off of fried chicken and mashed potatoes and collard greens with neck bones in it. Oh shit! It's cornbread. I could live off of that for the rest of my life.
While you was running that, all I heard was "Come and get your soul food." Come and get your, hey, for real, 'cause I'm right there. I'll be right there in line behind you, like, yeah. Let me get whatever she got. You know what I'm saying? I get so bad with it. I be stacking food on top of food. I'm gonna mix the beans with the mashed potato anyway, so you can go ahead and throw that right on top. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, ain't no shame in my game, but I be eating for two of me. I ain't even playing.
Boy, fuck it.
Hey, you gotta be happy. You gotta be happy. All right, so let me ask, what are some of your own personal goals? I know you got the plans already written out as far as your short term, but what are some things in the next 5 years you hope to get accomplished? You don't have to be a long list, but just some things that are near and dear to your heart that you want to say, I got this knocked off in 5 years' time.
So it's not even just about the music. It's about things that I want to accomplish within the next 5 years. I want to have my own house. I want to own my home. I want to own or at least rent out a space for my business so we can start doing things, on our own. Because you already know Queso, he does the in-house photography and videography. Me myself, I've actually been working on making beats. I started making EDM beats, and I'm learning how to DJ and things like that. But I want us to actually have a space so we can be creative and bring our people there, bring our customers, and bring more customers. So that, and I want to have a kid with my wife. I want us to start having kids. That's something that's been a dream of mine for a while. So family, business, home. That's pretty much it.
Man, let's start with the American dream, man. And I know you can get there. I'm rooting for you for sure. You know what I'm saying? You got the kids' names already picked out, or you hold them up for grabs? Y'all gonna talk about it when you get the news.
Man, that's all her.
Hey, that's a good answer. That is a great answer. Y'all need to take note. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I try to get you in trouble there, but okay, I got you. Like the way you slid past that. Okay, smart girl, I got you. Okay.
She gonna be in the room like, you gonna name our kid what?
Exactly. It'll be one of them commercials where everything went black. You're like, hello, are you still? We're having technical difficulties with no sleep. She won't be getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So if your life was a movie or a book, what would the title be to it?
Woo. Man, that is a real good question. Don't give up.
Man, I mean well when I say this, but I'll explain why I say this right now. But I was gonna say I could see that being on Lifetime. Now the reason why I said that I mean well by that is because Lifetime is supposed to be a women empowerment channel. But if you ever want to see somebody getting killed, stabbed, shot, raped, you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, are y'all fun of women or what? What the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, what the hell? You know, I don't know. I don't get it. But it's a women empowerment channel. You know what I'm saying? They make it through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean to say that I could definitely see that being an empowerment movie. It sounds like something that's gonna be packed with a lot of triumph, a lot of reaching of goals and a lot of overcoming. So I would definitely want to buy a ticket and see that when it premieres for sure. The last two questions are final here. The first one is, how can we make sure that we follow No Sleep? What are your tags? What are your Instagram, Facebooks? You know, what are your YouTube? Run it back for everybody who maybe missed it at the beginning, or for anybody who's just now getting to know you. How can we make sure we follow, you know, your next steps and performances if you have them? How can we make sure that we're a part of that and supporting your career?
Well, I'm the most active on Instagram, and my @ is KNOFKN sleep, so no fucking sleep. Facebook, you can add my personal page if you want. It's Yesenia, Yessenia, last name Vizcaino. That's my personal. You can follow my fan page, facebook.com/officialnosleep. I also have a TikTok. I haven't posted in a while, but you know, shit I got on there is pretty funny. I mean, if I say so myself. So, but that's gonna be KNO Sleep. The Snapchat, KNO Sleep. YouTube.com/officialnosleep. That's my personal YouTube. I haven't posted on there in a while because I've just been posting it on the Trey Mafia page. But you can still find my old stuff if you want to vibe to some old from me on there too.
For sure. All right, well, I'm sorry I got a little hung up because you got some more love coming through the chat as well. Will Emmons saying, my fam, no sleep, just woke up in Germany, so tuning in late. Yes, right, your girl went international. You know what I'm saying? Right there.
Hey,
yes, sir.
What up, Valor? I see you.
For sure. All right, and then my last question for you: if in the future, because we always see the artists that we have here on the show, we know you got the gift. We believe in you. We definitely know you're on the way to the top. So we expect that schedule to get busy. That's what happens as you work. So if you have, you know, if in the future, if you have some time, some spare time, and time permits, would you be willing to come back and sit back with us here at No Offense and talk about what happened from now until then?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For sure. That's love, man. All right, so we definitely have been honored as far as your presence today. No Sleep. We thank you for coming back and sitting down with us and giving us an opportunity to know your music and know your art, giving us an opportunity to watch the video, talking with us and letting us know what's going on as far as your life and your career. We definitely wish you much success, much happiness, and nothing but the best going forward. And again, stay in tune. Stay in touch. Don't be no stranger. And let us know anytime that you got something fresh coming out, and we'll happily support it and happily promote it here for you at No Offense.
All right, man. For sure, it was a pleasure, man. It was an honor. Thank you, No Offense. And shout out to everybody watching and all the artists who's going to be on here in the future. I see you. I'm with you. Good luck. For
sure. We hope that you have a good evening. And try to get some sleep despite the name.
Gotcha, man. Gotcha. I'll try.
All right, for sure. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to No Offense. This concludes our interview today with No Sleep. We definitely appreciate, again, your support, your love for coming out and supporting these artists, letting them know that you support and care for them, and definitely agree with them achieving and reaching their goals and dreams. It means a lot. Support does not necessarily have to cost anything. All it really requires is some attention and a light mention, just to let people know that you do see what they're doing and that you believe them and stand behind them. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and leave you with the track from today's featured artist. This is No Sleep. This is I Got the Keys freestyle. Make sure you listen to the words. She's very lyrical, and the content is something you surely don't want to miss. If you enjoy it, this video will be on the page. Run the views up as far as letting them know again about the support, and we will put this on YouTube as soon as it finishes recording. Thank you again for tuning to No Offense, and God bless.
Fuck a star, I'm a constellation. I don't do shit in moderation. If you knew what we was contemplating, you would think you really in the Matrix. I know I'm destined for greatness, Dominican, but I rock with Haitians. I don't never do the segregation. If you ain't by unity, you basic. I want Margiela on these dog catchers, do it Godzilla. I'm a pallbearer, say you from the hood, put your card, nigga. You maxed out, you fraud, nigga. Yeah, that shit there will get you killed. I'm self-made, I'm self-built. Spent half my life on a corner, and turning out past the daughters. Had the bitch calling me daddy, more than she call her own father. Lord Jesus, all her pussy slaughter. I hope the feds don't come bother. I need me a liar. I need me a liar. Got a couple bags, no Uno. I am not Spock, I am Cujo. I am on Saturn, not Pluto. I would never fight over fool's gold. Her ass jiggling, she pass gifted. Wait, our wife shouted, but cut her loose when she act different. Just another color with big dreams and brothers. Yeah, we're off your ass, but first kill your mother. If you try fucking with sleep, FMI, TFP, why these pussies make believe like they know how to get it but don't get paid streams? Shit, y'all focus on being comedians. I fuck with dead prezzies, I'm a medium. If they broke, I can't be seen with them. If your bitch leave with me, she won't be seen again. Yeah, I can promise that, what can I say? I'm an honest cat, still cracking out, will not relax until that day I get killed by a devil with a badge. I'm a rebel with a flash, representing every land. Hope you niggas understand it's way deep in that rap. Yeah, dig deeper for the facts. They divide us with politics, and some of y'all still frolicking around in the BS. But it's time that you acknowledge it.
I didn't want to be